Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning into Mr. Christopher Spirit. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. Christopher, where are you calling from?
So I'm calling from Maryland.
There's a couple things. First of all, I got to tell you, I love the name Christopher because it always conjures up the memories also of my childhood. So this will kind of date me, of Christopher Robin. And Christopher Robin loved to play with his stuffed animals. He had a great imagination and he was always alone, but he was out there doing it and just enjoying and playing and having fun. And I think there's something that resonates with that for you. And I want to come back and circle around to it because it's also about being creative and expressing that type of energy in this next phase of your life. There's a couple that I'm seeing over there who were together at the hips, and I feel like they're on the other side watching over you, and I don't know if they're parent or parental figures, but I feel like there was a military connection even down that line. Does that make sense?
It does, in a sense, yeah.
Well, they're watching over you.
Okay.
They said that just like their own personal experience, because of the whole military thing, you guys have been resilient in your family. On the battlefield and then here, you go into the battle and you pick yourself up and you come out and you just pick yourself up and do it again. And they want you to know that that was hard for you because you learned it as a kid because you might have been given some trouble when you were a kid and you always had to try to stand up for yourself. Does that make sense, Christopher?
Uh-huh.
So here you are now, and I feel like you root for the underdog because of those experiences.
Absolutely.
They're telling me that you're going through this major transition again, and I feel like you might be leaning into more of a coaching, advising, training, speaking, maybe even some writing to audiences or to groups of people. And you might have already done some of this up to this point in time, but you're going to be doing more of it.
Yeah, in two different ways, because one I was recently promoted, where I don't know if that kind of counts, because it's a little bit more of like inspecting and writing. But I've also done some personal writing where I've published a couple of books, so.
But there's a spiritual element undertone with it when you go that direction. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so this is where your heart is leading you. So everything that you're doing in your job right now is not to be dismissed, but it just adds value and more skill sets, and you're developing, and you are going to explode in a good way.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So I want you to continue listening to the heart. And they say that, just to confirm this message, that you had been fired or laid off or something like that at one point, and you explored some other business opportunities at that time, or maybe it was doing the books or something like that and going in that direction.
A couple of years ago, the company I was working for was acquired by a larger company, and they came with their own people. So yeah, the whole business was acquired. So in that sense, yeah.
You were let go.
I lost my job, yeah.
That's just to confirm the message in regards to you exploring at that time and diving into other things and that aspect of yourself. But the creativity from that Christopher Robin character is in you. You got to let it go and free that creativity within you because it is deep. You have so much to share.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
And obviously, you might have put it to rest for a little bit, but don't do that to yourself. Pick it up. Keep going.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your time with me, Christopher. And if you'd like to call into the show, sign up at radiomediumlauralee.com, where you're going to find out there's more services and upcoming events to support our show. And you can tune into your spirit each and every day by subscribing to our podcasts on your favorite forum. Please share it. We'd appreciate that. And hey, come join the conversation with me over at Radio Medium Laura Lee Group on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you.